Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing what might be one of the most interesting matches I've ever done. A 3-on-3 Godzilla vs. Kong matchup. That's right. From this corner, we have the three Playmates representatives, the Godzilla with Heat Ray, Mechagodzilla with Heat, and the Kong with Battle Axe, versus their Funko Pop counterparts, the Heat Ray Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Kong with Battle Axe, to determine once and for all which one of these two lines is the superior Godzilla vs. Kong affordable figure line. We're going to be pretty much splitting this whole thing up into 6 rounds. Sculpt and paint, articulation, size, accessories, price, and availability. So let's go ahead and narrow it down. Starting off with sculpt and paint, which this is actually quite an interesting matchup. Because you can, if you want to see like more closer up shots, I recommend just go watch the original reviews in the Funko and Playmates playlists respectively. I have a bunch of videos up on these guys. I've covered them, pitted some of these guys against each other individually, but I don't think I really need to go in depth. But that being said, I will say that when it comes to the Godzillas, the Funko absolutely dominates this fight. At least like Godzilla on Godzilla, because this has a very mellow sculpt with decent paint applications and some dry brushing that just begs to get the ball rolling. It does have some nice translucent blue spines and some nice mouth paint, but it's completely butchered thanks to the beam that you would constantly put in and out, and keep my kids are going to be doing this. And the eyes are very much a hit and miss on a lot of different figures. Seriously, I've once seen a Godzilla that had the eye plastered on the forehead. Not really good quality there. But the Funko has at least been consistent in terms of eye placement, the mouth paint, and it just looks so beautiful. I will say that the dry brushing on the back of the head does kind of look a bit iffy, especially kind of right here. But overall, it's very consistent, and I'd argue that, you know, in terms of intention and overall detail, this guy's got him beat by a long shot. He might have some good, you know, intentions, I guess, but this guy's just got more execution, and it's just overall just a better looking figure. The Mechagodzillas are somewhat of the same story, where even though in terms of color they both suck, because it's just slight paints of red and just mainly silver, this guy does the detail a whole lot better than this guy, and strangely looks more movie accurate. Yeah, in terms of proportions, he looks accurate, but the detail, Funko's got it down to a science in this presentation. Look at this. While the Playmates doesn't look as impressive. In fact, the whole back is just one big strip of red rubber, which I think they could have probably done a better job at that, honestly. But the Funkos themselves look pretty dang good. Like, this looks pretty good. That looks alright. But I will say that they did a better job painting the mouth than Funko did. Although neither of them feature the cannon, which I kind of find weird. Also, the detail, again, just cannot be beat. This looks good for a figure like this, but this just outclasses it in every sort of way possible. The same thing could not be said, or the same thing could not be said for the Kongs, because here we have the Kong with Battle Axe from Playmates, and then here we have the other Kong. Oh, there goes Mechagodzilla. Trying not to tip him over, that's why I was reaching that way. So, in terms of sculpted details, they're actually quite equal. I will say that he has more apparent details, but he lacks anything to really bring it out. He has dry brushing where it excels and where it matters, and yeah, their details are kind of all over the place. Although I will say, in terms of eye placement, this guy completely gets schooled by the Funko. Although it's kind of weird that both of them have orange eyes, yet this guy gets brushed over by it, this guy just absolutely gets hammered by it. Also, the battle axes actually look different, which, fun piece of trivia, this is the beta axe, this is the current axe. Yeah, during production they used two different designs of axes, and if you watch the Godzilla vs. Kong previous video, you'll recall that this is actually the axe design that they went with, and it has a much more flatter end, slightly different shaped blade, and the bone part actually sticks to the front like that, whereas the axe here, the bone part like this goes like that rather than just at the front, which is a very nice attention to detail, or just could be what they were working with, concepts, the rest. But I will say the axe on this part, it's kind of like equal. The blade itself is done much better than here, because this just looks cartoony as heck. This actually looks like they put some attention to detail. But the whole thing, like the whole handle is just one solid color, while here, they actually got some paint variety. And actually looks like an actual axe that Kong will wield, not just a dark brown long bone stick. So, overall, which one do I think gets the job done better? I will say he might win the Kong. When we're talking about the Kongs, the Playmates might edge out the Funko Kong just a tad bit. But these two absolutely dog walk these two. It's no contest. He is good, great, and great. He's great, good, good. So 2 goods plus 1 great versus 1 good and 2 greats. Funko's getting round 1. Round 2, articulation, and, well, time for me to just go ahead and say it. Playmates wins. Kong features a head. The Playmates Kong features a head joint. All 3 of them feature shoulder joints, while Kong is the only one that features additional joints in the elbows and wrists. No, not any of them feature any waist joints, but all 3 feature leg joints, with Mechagodzilla's being the most movable, and Mechagodzilla and Kong both share the knee joints, with Mechagodzilla being the only one of the 3 to feature feet swivels. It does look like Godzilla does have some feet swivels, but no, that's just stuck in there on a big square peg. Mechagodzilla and Godzilla both feature articulated tails, which can rotate a full 360 on a ball joint. While these guys feature no posability. Well, that's kind of not true. This guy has a head joint, which slightly pop out. That's it. Across 3 figures, that's your representation for articulation. But to be fair, Funko Pops are not known for being articulated. In fact, it's actually quite a novelty when they articulate. So, having no articulation for the Funkos is forgivable, but it's not forgivable when we're pitting them against something in a round for articulation. So, Playmates gets round 2. Round 3, size, and this is going to tie up just being a tie, because these guys are all meant to scale with 6-inch figures and each other. These guys are meant to scale with one of the most common figure lines and most mimicked figure lines literally of all time. Funko Pops, Minimates, U2s. They're so common with this 3-4-inch GB stylized scale. They're so common. I've seen millions of these things probably in stores. I might be exaggerating, but you get my point. So basically, it's a tie. Accessories, and for these 3, the only one that features something is Godzilla, which he comes with this disattachable heat ray out of the box, which you can just plug in. There's a small hole at the back of the mouth, and you just plug it in like that. Now, I know what people are going to say. But Matthew, Mechagodzilla has an exclusive glow-in-the-dark FYE. No, I think there's a Funko Shop exclusive. Yeah, this was the FYE exclusive. Funko Shop exclusive. Nah. Well, yes, it is true that there is a Mechagodzilla that's glow-in-the-dark and comes with a proton screen. But that's a separate figure release entirely. That's a different number, and that's not the Mechagodzilla we have in this fight. Kong himself never had an accessory to go with. He never had the battle axe disattached. That's like permanently sculpted in, by the way. And even the flopped version, it's just made of a different material. It's debatable if that's even a gimmick. These three, on the other hand, all three of them feature their own accessory plus battle damage. Godzilla comes with a heat ray, Kong comes with a battle axe, and Mechagodzilla comes in with a heave accessory. There you go. While these three, only one of them features an accessory. Also, by the way, all three feature battle damage. Him across the chest, and him on his right bicep, right shoulder part, upper arm, whatever part of the body. But yeah, that's a complete stomp. Playmates wins the accessories. Accessories time price time, round 5. And everyone here is about $10. High point again. Moving on. And availability, which I have seen a lot of different figures, come and go over the years. But I will say, these guys are mass produced, and from what it seems, these guys were mass produced. So, because I know Funko loves to go nuts with production, mass, and everything like that. So, with that being said, it's kind of weird to judge based on availability, because I've seen these guys pop up at Walmarts, Targets, and stuff, but these guys were also popped up at Walmarts and Targets. In fact, you can probably still find them as well. These guys are getting reissued, and I know Funko tends to reissue these guys, so we'll just wait until, they got something. But as of right now, they're both about equal because they were available at major retailers. Not to mention, I think you can still get these guys off Big Bad Toy Store, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, in fact, they just came out with a reissue for him, or restock for him. So both teams get the point. So the battle is over, or itself is over. Let's tally up the points. Skeleton Paint went to Funko. Articulation went to Playmates. Size went to a tie. Accessories went to Playmates. Price went to a tie. And the availability went to a tie. Playmates wins 5-4. They win. Wow. I was thinking that these guys had it in the bag, but I guess not. Personally, do I recommend to pick up any of these guys? Yes. In fact, this whole video might have just convinced you to buy both lines. They're really inexpensive, easy to find figures. Honestly, just hop on Walmart or hop onto Target's website and probably find these things. Or if not, Big Bad Toy Store for these guys, go locally for these guys. It's easy. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys definitely did like it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.